the like and the share button. Subscribe to the Football Terrace as well right now. It's been a crazy 24 to 48 hours for Liverpool. They're now on the lookout for a new manager to start in the summer, with Jurgen Klopp's tenure and his era at Liverpool coming to an end. And whilst the city of Liverpool and their fans all around the world mourn at this news, Liverpool cannot and will not stand still. The front runners currently for the job, according to the Times, and when you look into the betting odds and the betting patterns surrounding this, Xabi Alonso, Roberto De Zerbi, and in the top three currently is Tottenham's Big Ange Postecoglou. And interestingly, I mentioned Postecoglou personally yesterday as someone they should be looking at. Kind of got laughed at a bit, but it's seemingly someone that Liverpool are really focusing upon. You've got Almiron down there at 20-1 in the odds. The likes of Zidane currently, the likes of Ancelotti, of course, are nowhere near that conversation whatsoever. The likes of Nagelsmann not even being mentioned at this moment in time. But the odds-on favourite right now, according to a number of the media outlets that you speak to, a number of sources, is that it will be Xabi Alonso. Now, of course, we know Alonso is a Liverpool legend. He was instrumental during the time of Istanbul, that great comeback. He understands the ethos and the culture of Liverpool, which is why I believe that Klopp and Liverpool was such a success. Klopp was a world-class manager. He was a world-class coach, but he also understood the ethos of Liverpool, and it really matched him as a person. I believe Alonso has got some supreme talent as a manager, some supreme ability as a coach, but that understanding of the culture of Liverpool and what it takes to succeed there, what the fans expect, is not going to be too new for him. That pressure, I do not believe, is going to eat him up when you look at his playing career and what he's done in his very short, I will add, managerial career at this point. Liverpool as well are also going to make a decision based on what's best for the club. I don't think they're going to make a sentimental appointment. So, of course, a full process will be undertaken. But Alonso currently leading the race. Liverpool fans, what do you make of that? And rivals, I want to get your opinions as well. Now, moving to West London, Sasha Tavolieri has revealed today that Victor Osimhen had decided to join Chelsea in June 2003, or talks will start in June 2023 for a... let me start that all over again because I've absolutely butchered it. He's chosen to go there. Talks started in June 2003, and come the summer of 2024, those talks will continue. But according to Sasha, Victor Osimhen wants to join Chelsea. He has chosen Chelsea as his next club, as his next destination within his career. And it's interesting. I've seen a lot of salt from rivals of Chelsea say, oh, he's not worth £150 million. Chelsea throwing money at the problem again. That isn't going to resolve their issues. If you don't rate Victor, I can understand that train of thought. It makes an element of sense if you don't think he's very good. Why would you, if you don't think he's very good, why would you think this is a good piece of business for any club, let alone a rival? You're not going to big up a deal where you think the player is not so great. However, and I say this because I'm going to give you my opinion, I think Osimhen is a quality player. Good hold-up play, great strength, great athleticism, all important in the Premier League. He's an absolute dynamite finisher. When you look at Chelsea, even go back to last night's game in the FA Cup against Aston Villa, a potent striker like Osimhen puts them through to the fifth round, no replay needed. I believe a striker like Victor Osimhen gives Chelsea an extra 10 points this season. An extra 10 points bare minimum, which I haven't even looked at the league table in terms of how far they are away. But let's just take a little butchers at this. We're Chelsea now in the league. They're 9th on 31 points. You add 10 points, that puts them in 5th. Puts them 2 points behind the pack that are chasing Liverpool. That's it. He's older, he's more experienced. If Chelsea have pulled this off, anywhere between 100 to 150 million pound for a player of his experience, his winning mentality, his age, and his ability is worth it. Of course, there's that risk he doesn't deliver in the Premier League. Of course, there's that risk that he ends up being a big money flop. But you're not going to get him any cheaper than this. And who else out there are you picking up that's anywhere near that level? The fact that Brentford won 100 million for Tony, and there's a lot of people that don't think Tony's as good. That's another debate, another conversation. Tony's costing you 100 million. I don't personally think they're going to pay 150, by the way. I think it will be a lot less than that. But I want your instant reaction to the news that he's decided to join Chelsea. Give us your views and opinions. Now, a deal involving Chelsea that, of course, caught my eye. Bobby Vincent put this out today. And that is that Michael Olise will prefer a move to Manchester United over Chelsea. The player is a lifelong United supporter and is aware of interest from both clubs. And it does appear that it's Man United and Chelsea in this race right now. We know there's been interest before from Manchester City. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal throw their hat into this mix. But Olise is a huge target of Ineos. And they believe that when they get their plan in order, there is a belief that Olise is going to be one of the signature signings in the 2024 summer for Manchester United and the new part ownership. Now, as ever, I want to gauge your reaction to this. Is this a good piece of business for Man United? Is this the type of individual that is going to bring balance to our wings, that extra creativity needed? Is he good enough to move Manchester United forward? I believe so. He's a player that I see continually raved about by the majority of football fans. My intrigue will be as to around whether or not people's opinions of Olise are now changing, that he's getting linked to a top 6 club, Man United or Chelsea, it may be at this point. That could, another club could be added into that mix later on down the line. Typically, we see players like Olise raved about when they're not a threat to anybody. As soon as they're linked to an Arsenal, United, or Liverpool, suddenly everybody's opinions about that individual change. So I want to gauge that in the live comment section now. How good a deal do you think this is for Manchester United? It keeps rearing its head as a story. I believe Man United want him. I believe Man United will be in for him. Let's see how it plays out in actuality, though. Leave us your comments below. But Michael Olise to Man United, I would love it. I think it would be a brilliant start to life under Ineos, life under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, life under Omar Barada. A real talent indeed for Man United to bring in. And look, if it ends up being true, it is and always will be very, very nice to turn around and take a player away from a rival, stopping their race, as it were. Now, moving back to London, this story keeps rearing its head as well surrounding Arsenal, and I think it's really key, and that is their situation with Martin Zubimendi. Now, reports out of Spain in the week suggested an agreement ahead of the summer of 2024 was imminent and very close. That has been played down by a lot of the tier ones as of right now, but there is a feeling that maybe after the January window, this could be announced. Now, reports in Germany, and the reason the reports in Germany are important is there's a number of German clubs looking at this player. That is why they believe they're picking up this information. And they state that Arsenal are leading the race for this supremely talented, highly gifted midfield player. It says here the Real Sociedad midfielder is set for a big is going to be a big target this summer and is said to be available for a £53 million release clause. Bayern Munich, according to Christian Falk, want Zubimendi, but have been disrupted by Arsenal making a move of their own. So Bayern Munich want him. I think that demonstrates the talent of the individual. We've all seen what he's done in the Sociedad shirt. We've all seen what he's done in Spain. We clearly see why Arsenal want him. I wouldn't be surprised if more clubs, though, don't raise an eyebrow or two, put their hat into this saga as well, sort of stomp in with their size 10 boots on and try and cause a ruckus, because again, this is another one of those young players that has the potential to go on to be one of the best players, best central midfielders in his kind of role, in his profile in world football, and Arsenal want him. Not available in January 2024, as many Arsenal fans would like, but if the player's not available, I do stand by this as a general rule, and he's your number one target. You wait until that summer. You wait that 5 months. You wait that 6 months to bring him in. Don't go for a substandard player. Don't eat into your budget, which we all know is Very, very important when it comes to profit and sustainability. There's teeth now to these rules. It's imperative you get this right. So if Arsenal really are leading this race, if they really are very close to getting it done, what an acquisition this would be. As ever, I want your thoughts. Alonso, the favourite to take the Liverpool job, is trending at this moment in time. Olise, could he be the first signing under Ineos at Manchester United this summer? When it comes to Chelsea, they believe, according to reports from Sasha Tavernieri, that the player has chosen them. He's agreed to move to Stamford Bridge next season. Of course, the deal with Napoli still needs to be resolved. And Arsenal leading that race for Zubimendi. Leave us your comments below. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you again soon. Peace.